Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife and welcome back to our Sunday videos. Now if you've been around here for a while, you know that Sundays are a little bit different here on our channel. It's a day that we focus on cooking recipes, our keto journey, our health journey. But today's recipe is not one of those last two. It's not about keto, it's not about health, it is about absolute deliciousness. Now Auburn...
It's about mental health.
It's about the same...
This is where I'm at mentally. I need this.
This is a mental health recipe. Actually, really true. So you guys might remember a while ago in a vlog, we bought a loaf of cinnamon chip bread from Great Harvest Bread Company here in Anchorage. It's one of our favorite breads ever. And the way we normally make it is with French toast, by making it into French toast. It's so stinking good. Well, last night, the plan was actually to do that. Last night, Auburn found a recipe. What do you got in your hand there, Auburn? Piece of bread?
Yeah.
Last night, Auburn found a recipe for a French toast casserole where you need like a whole loaf of bread and you tear it up into pieces, and we decided to make that. We've never made this before, so today on the video we are making a French toast casserole. Not keto, not healthy, but very good for our mental health. So here are the recipes, but first I want to show you, look who's awake.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sherri. I bet you got your new Hogwarts shirt on.
I do.
I love it.
You had to do all the spells.
Super cute. I'm going to, in the video description below, put a link to the recipe that Auburn found. We have it printed out here. I want to walk through and just kind of show you guys some of the things that we're going to use. We're not using every ingredient that it calls for. We've added a couple as well. So let me just show you what we have. We have an entire loaf of the cinnamon chip bread that Auburn cut up into these little bite-sized cubes. We have brown sugar, but since we've been on keto mostly, we have the Swerve brown sugar replacements. We're gonna use that. We've got some whole milk. We have 5 eggs in there. We've got, just for proof, so you know I'm not lying, actually 5 eggs. We did count. We've got the dish that we are gonna bake it in. We've got some maple flavor, some vanilla. Thank you, Jessica Violet. Some salt, some granulated sugar, butter, and cinnamon. And that is everything that we need for this recipe. Again, recipe link down below. Step number 1, we're gonna preheat our oven to 375. Good to go. So this has nothing to do with the recipe we're making today, but you will see I'm wearing an Alaska shirt, and Auburn just said, wait a second, is that the shirt that you got at the exact same place that she got the sweatshirt she is wearing? And it is. Auburn got that at the gift shop in Denali last summer, and Sherri's apparently gonna pick hair off of Auburn's shoulder. And that's the same gift shop I got this shirt at. So you will see here on the recipe, number 1, preheat the oven, check. Number 2, slice the bread into 1-inch cubes. Auburn did that. Also, there's Missy. Hi, Missy. Good morning. And then number 3 is layer the bread and pecans in a baking dish. Now, we are not using pecans or pecans, however you say it. Pecans? I don't think that's it. But we will layer the bread, correct?
Yes. Did you mention that this is like the cinnamon chip bread?
Oh, I don't know that I did.
The recipe talks about using like a brioche. Other people use a sourdough, which is really cool, but we thought that this would be really good.
Yeah, I think it will. This bread,
cinnamon chip bread,
you can see in there. I mean, the flavor.
It smells so good.
It is so, this is one of my very favorite breads. So I think it's gonna be delicious. So the next step is gonna be to layer the bread in the dish. I am going to lightly grease this pan, so I'm just gonna kind of smear some butter around the bottom, around the sides. It's moving all around. Thank you, Auburn, for being helpful. You're the best. All right, there we go. So since we're not gonna be using the pecans, we're just gonna take this, dump it in, and fill up our dish. And then Auburn is gonna make the custard. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Now Auburn's mixing in the vanilla and maple. Also, I do want to point out, we've been kind of snacking on the bread, and one of the pieces...
I missed my mouth.
One of the pieces fell in there.
I just dropped it,
Just leave it there, it's fine.
Really bad.
So, she got the eggs here, mixed in some vanilla.
And some maple extract.
Delicious.
The recipe doesn't call for that, but how can you say no to that?
No, I agree. Makes sense. Auburn whisked up the eggs. Now she's added some salt, added a little bit of cinnamon. We've got a 1.5 cups of milk over here. This is where you'd also add like orange zest if you were gonna do that, which we're not. One of the things that Auburn has become known for from last summer is when it came out that she puts cinnamon on her eggs. Sometimes, not all the time.
Right.
And some people, Kevin, think sort of made you feel crazy for doing that.
No, they didn't make me feel crazy. They made me feel like I'm the only person in the world that thinks it tastes good. And it tastes great.
However, what is this? Basically, cinnamon and eggs.
Cinnamon.
Interesting. Now Auburn is going to drizzle that mixture she just made up over all of the breadcrumbs. I've never made anything like this before. I always, when I want French toast, I never even would have thought to look for something like this. I just make French toast.
The recipe does tell you can assemble this overnight. And a lot of breakfast casseroles kind of tell you to assemble them overnight so that the bread can soak overnight.
Uh-huh.
We didn't do that.
It would have been good though. This would be good.
Could.
This would be a good like Christmas morning recipe.
Yes. Or like Thanksgiving or Black Friday morning kind of thing.
The recipe doesn't call for this, but Auburn's pointed out that it seems like it would make sense at this point to stir this up so that all of the egg gets soaked into the bread, especially since we're not soaking overnight. So Auburn, I think that's a good call. And the next step, dang it. Sorry, hold on. Trying to be better about that. Okay, the next step is to drizzle with topping. In another bowl, mix the melted butter with the brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and a pinch of salt. Using a spoon, drizzle the mixture evenly over the bread chunks, and then we're gonna bake it. So, we are gonna make this topping now. Butter is melting in the microwave. Sherri just asked me if I covered up the butter, which in itself should tell you that we have had many an incident in our marriage where I go to melt butter and I don't cover it up and the whole inside of the microwave is just covered with splattered butter. But this time, I actually covered it up. Butter's melted. Auburn just added the cinnamon. Now we're gonna add 3 tablespoons of the dark brown sugar. Again, we're using the Swerve because it's all that we have as far as brown sugar goes. Now we are going to drizzle that delicious butter mixture.
That butter is so hot that it's like dissolving that sugar.
Is it too hot or is it supposed to do that?
No, it's supposed to do that.
Okay, good.
You don't want chunky sugar.
That's true.
You want like a buttery, sweet, syrupy kind of concoction.
There goes the sugary butter. Oh my goodness. That looks delicious. Yum, yum, yum. Next step is we're gonna put this in the oven. The person who made the recipe said they baked it for like 38 minutes. So we're gonna check it at 35 and see how it's doing. Timer just went off. And also you'll notice there's a frittata down there. That's not for this recipe. We're having like a big brunch. So we're taking a look at this. What do you think? Done? A few more minutes?
I'd call it done.
Call it done? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. This looks so delicious. Oh yeah. Nice.
Call it done.
I'm so excited about this. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Moment of truth. Also, just don't mind the giant thing of cheese balls behind Auburn. What do you think? Yeah? It absolutely smells amazing. So we're gonna let this sit for a little bit while our frittata in the oven finishes. Our friend Desi's coming over for breakfast or brunch this morning, so we have the French toast casserole that this video is all about. We're also doing a frittata, so there's a little bit of variety for all of us here. And I'll give you my thoughts when we cut into this, when we have breakfast. So we started dishing up we're dishing up both of them, but trying the French toast casserole. For the first time, it certainly looks amazing. All right, breakfast is done. My review on the French toast casserole is it's better than normal French toast. I love French toast. This was even better. I think that butter and sugar over the top is what set it apart. So 100% with making this again. Auburn mentioned earlier that this is a good recipe to do like a make ahead and then bake the day of. I think this would be great on Christmas morning or any holiday. So this one, a huge winner. Again, the link down below to the recipe. Go check it out. If you make this, tag us on Instagram. Send us photos on Instagram. We love seeing you guys make these recipes. So friends, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next LeggLife video.